Hey friends, welcome to tonight's relaxing philosophy for sleep. This slow-spoken bedtime gentle narration is designed to help you unwind, clear your mind, and drift into a peaceful night's rest. Imagine yourself lying back in your bed, feeling the softness of the sheets and the warmth of the room wrapping you up like a comforting blanket. Picture each breath flowing in and out, slowing you down as your body begins to relax with each passing second. The days, chaos, the mental clutter, the physical exhaustion, all of it slowly fades away as you drift into the calm. Tonight, we'll ease into an exploration of Stoic philosophy, an ancient school of thought known for its calm, measured approach to life. You probably never realized philosophy could lull you to sleep so peacefully. But trust me, it's the perfect way to help you unwind. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Now, wherever you are in the world, let me know where you're listening from and what time it is there. It's always nice to feel connected to all of you, no matter how far apart we may be. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. The ancient Stoics had an incredible understanding of how to live a peaceful life. You might have heard of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, or Seneca, names that have long been synonymous with wisdom and calm. One thing they all taught was that tranquility doesn't come from external circumstances, but from how we respond to them. Think about that for a moment. The world around you can be chaotic. There's always noise, stress, and distractions trying to pull at your attention. But none of that needs to affect the peacefulness of your mind. And as you lie here, settling into your bed, you can begin to practice the Stoic principle of ataraxia, which means inner peace or freedom from disturbance. This is where your journey begins, with a simple understanding that peace doesn't come from changing the world, but from changing your reaction to it. The more you breathe, the deeper you relax. The more you begin to see that the mind, like a calm lake, can remain undisturbed despite the storm swirling above. Now, picture yourself in a quiet forest or by a calm river, surrounded by nature's peace. The sounds of birds chirping, the rustling of leaves in the wind, and the steady flow of water are all comforting. That's what Stoicism encourages you to do, to turn inward and find stillness, no matter what's happening in the world outside. And as you do, you might start to notice that this state of tranquility is within you all along. The Stoics believed that peace is something we can cultivate, that, with practice, we can learn to maintain a calm, centered mind even in the most trying circumstances. It's a skill that you can develop, just like learning to play an instrument or speak a new language. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to slip into that peaceful, centered state. It's also about not getting bogged down by all the things that are outside of your control. Right now, as you lie there, think about the things you can't change. Perhaps it's the weather, or the noise from outside, or something that happened earlier today. The Stoics would remind you that these things are outside of your control, and that worrying about them won't help. In fact, it only creates stress and takes away from your peace. So, imagine as you exhale slowly, releasing all those worries. They're no longer yours to carry. With each breath, you let them go. You only have control over what you think, what you feel, and how you react to the world around you. And right now, you can choose to react with calm and relaxation. Philosophers still argue whether it's possible to control everything about our inner peace, and the Stoics might have disagreed with each other at times on just how far we can take this control. But one thing they agreed on is that peace of mind is within our reach as long as we stop fighting against life. It's like a gentle stream. You don't fight the flow, you go with it. You let the current take you where you need to go. And right now, that current is carrying you gently into the depths of a peaceful, restful sleep. As you focus on your breath, you begin to let go of all the thoughts and worries that cloud your mind. You might still hear the world outside, but you realize it no longer matters. All that matters now is this moment, this breath, and the soothing thoughts of calm and tranquility. As you continue to drift deeper into relaxation, you might start to feel your body getting heavier. Your arms, your legs, your neck, and shoulders begin to relax completely. The Stoics would say that this is a sign you're aligning with your true nature, a nature that is calm, grounded, and in harmony with the universe. The body and mind are often seen as separate, but the Stoics would argue that they're connected, that your mental state directly affects your physical state. So, when your mind is calm, your body follows. You might notice your breathing getting slower and deeper, each breath bringing you closer to a state of deep rest. This is the philosophy of eudaimonia, flourishing or living in alignment with your true nature, which is a life of peace and tranquility. So, let's take a moment to reflect. As you lie there, with your eyes closed, imagine yourself in the serene environment of your mind. Picture the peaceful world around you, a world without the noise of the day. There's nothing to rush for, no place to go. You're exactly where you need to be, here and now. The calmness of your surroundings mirrors the calmness inside of you. This is the essence of Stoicism, that by changing how we respond to life's challenges, we can find peace and tranquility no matter what. And just like that, you begin to feel the weight of the day lifting off your shoulders. You've let go of all the external distractions, and you're left with only calm, only serenity. As you continue to focus on your breath, remember, this moment is yours. Your mind is clear, your body relaxed, and your heart at ease. You've embraced the Stoic wisdom that you control how you react to the world, and right now, you've chosen peace. With every slow breath, you're diving deeper into the tranquility of the night, embracing the stillness that allows you to rest and recharge for tomorrow. And as you settle in further, ready for sleep, take a final deep breath and let it carry you into the peaceful sleep you deserve. You lie there, your body fully at ease, and your mind begins to wander to the ancient wisdom of the Stoics. They often spoke about something called the dichotomy of control, which is a fancy way of saying that there are things in life we can control, and things we can't. And right now, as you settle into the comfort of your bed, this principle begins to make perfect sense. Think about it. How much of the day's stress comes from worrying about things outside of your control? Maybe it's the unpredictable weather, the actions of others, or events that happened before you even had the chance to be involved. The Stoics taught that peace comes when we stop worrying about the uncontrollable, when we let go of the need to micromanage the universe. You may have realized this as you began to wind down tonight. The more you focus on your breath, the more your mind lets go of those worries. With each exhale, you release the weight of the world, understanding that not everything needs your attention. It's almost like putting your thoughts on pause for the night, giving them a gentle nudge away from the noise and into the calm, like leaving a cluttered room behind as you walk out into the open air. The concept of control is essential for understanding how to relax deeply. So, as you lie back and feel your muscles soften, consider what's in your hands. Right now, your body is your domain, Your mind is your canvas, and this moment of sleep is within your power. You can choose to settle into it, let go of the tensions, and fully trust that your body knows how to rest. The things you can control are your thoughts, your breath, and your response to everything around you. If you focus on these, everything else fades into the background. You don't have to force yourself to sleep, just as you don't need to force yourself to find peace in other parts of life. You simply need to stop fighting against the natural flow of things. And in this peaceful moment, you can acknowledge how much you've been holding on to, how much unnecessary worry you've carried with you, and how little of it actually matters when you allow yourself to accept the things outside your grasp. Philosophers still argue whether we can truly live a life entirely free of stress. Some believe it's possible to reach a state of complete inner peace, while others believe that life's inherent uncertainties will always keep us on edge. The Stoics, however, were firm in their belief that through wisdom and practice, you could distance yourself from those stresses, allowing only those things you can control to dominate your mind. This principle was at the core of their thinking. If you cannot control it, don't waste your energy on it. Let's think about how this works for sleep. When you stop trying to control how fast you fall asleep or force yourself to do it a certain way, you naturally fall into a more relaxed state. When you stop worrying about whether the night will go perfectly, your body knows what to do. It begins to slow down. It relaxes, and you start to drift. Now, as you inhale slowly and exhale gently, you feel the weight of your thoughts and your worries simply drift away, like leaves carried by a light breeze. The Stoics suggested that everything around you, from the weather to the people in your life to the external events of the world, is like that breeze. It can sway you, but it doesn't have to uproot you. You don't need to follow every gust. You don't need to react to every little thing. Your inner peace is not meant to be shaken by what's beyond your control. And so, as you exhale again, think about what you've been holding on to. Every breath is an opportunity to let go of something you no longer need, a fear, an anxiety, a worry that's been lingering in the background. Let it go, because in this moment, you're only responsible for your breath, your body, and your peace. Everything else will take care of itself. Imagine now the feeling of serenity settling into your body. You're learning to detach from your thoughts and from the pressure to be in control. The Stoics believed in the idea of amorphity, which translates to love of fate. It means accepting and even loving whatever comes your way because, in their view, nothing happens that is outside the natural order of things. This doesn't mean passively accepting misfortune, but rather understanding that everything you experience is an opportunity for growth and learning. In tonight's moment of quiet, you practice this philosophy. Every little distraction, every thought that crosses your mind, instead of resisting it, you gently acknowledge it and let it fade away, like clouds passing across the sky. You don't force them to stay, you don't chase after them. You simply let them drift by, knowing that your control lies in the choices you make in each breath, each moment. Take a moment to consider the wisdom of Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, this is the perfect opportunity to put that into practice. You can choose how you respond to each thought, to each sensation, to each ripple in the water of your mind. And with each decision, you bring yourself closer to that peaceful, restful state. The pressure to fall asleep, the struggle to unwind, they're all just thoughts. You can let them be. The only thing that matters right now is your inner calm. The rest of the world will still exist tomorrow. But for tonight, You have a choice: to simply be, to embrace the stillness, and to allow yourself to fall into a peaceful slumber without resistance. And with each breath, the sense of release grows stronger. The muscles in your body continue to loosen, one by one, until all you feel is the soft weight of the sheets and the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Your mind, which was once buzzing with the chaos of the day, now finds its own rhythm. It slows, it quiets, and eventually it rests. You're not trying to make this happen, it's happening naturally. Like a stream flowing downhill, effortlessly finding its way. You simply let go, trusting that the natural flow of things will take you to the place you need to be, resting, at peace, and ready to sleep. This is the gift of Stoic philosophy, and as you inhale once more, you find yourself sinking deeper into the calm, fully aware of your power to control how you react to the world. And now, you allow sleep to take you, effortlessly, into the deep, quiet night. The room around you grows quieter as your body settles deeper into the bed. Each breath now feels more intentional, as you notice how the air feels cool as it enters your nose and gently warms as it leaves. The gentle rhythm of your breathing brings you into sync with the moment, drawing your focus inward and helping you shed any last traces of the outside world. As you relax, let's think for a moment about a key idea in Stoicism that could change the way you experience life: the dichotomy of control. This idea, at its core, is about understanding the difference between what you can control and what you can't. The Stoics would say that the only thing within your power is how you respond to things. Everything else, from the weather to the actions of others, lies beyond your control. Tonight, you're practicing this distinction. You're letting go of the things you cannot influence and focusing only on what you can: your breath, your thoughts, your sense of peace. The more you let go of what you can't control, the more you invite a calm, soothing peace into your body and mind. Each inhale brings you closer to letting go of the outside noise, and each exhale releases the weight of those things that try to pull you away from your rest. Philosophers still argue whether the idea of control can truly bring freedom, or if it simply reflects the illusion of control. Some say that by focusing only on what we can control, we limit our understanding of the full scope of our lives, while others argue that it's the only way to find real peace. But tonight, as you lie here, you'll notice that by letting go of what you can't control, you're allowing yourself the freedom to rest. The day is done, and the only thing you need to worry about now is the present moment. Think of it as a kind of mental decluttering. When you let go of the need to control everything, your mind can rest easier, unburdened by the weight of things outside of your power. Just as the trees in a forest sway gently with the wind, but do not try to control the direction of the breeze, so too can you sway gently with the currents of life, trusting that you'll be carried where you need to go as you breathe in deeply. Imagine that you're gathering the energy of the present moment. Everything around you slows down, every sound, every feeling, every thought, until you're left with nothing but the calm rhythm of your breath. This is the essence of Stoic thought, learning to embrace what comes without resisting it, and knowing that your peace doesn't depend on anything but how you choose to perceive the world. With each breath, you come closer to understanding that the only real control you have is over your response to the world. And the more you align yourself with that, the more peaceful you become. The simple act of breathing, of letting go of all the distractions, is a powerful tool that brings you back to yourself. Think about how often we hold on to stress, to worries, and to things that have no bearing on the present. Tonight, you're letting them go, choosing instead to focus only on what's within your grasp, your breath, your peace, and the gentle flow of your body as it relaxes further with each passing moment. The Stoics didn't just believe in this concept in theory, they practiced it daily. For them, the dichotomy of control was not an abstract idea, but a practical tool for living a better life. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who had everything to lose. Yet he still wrote in his journal about focusing on what was within his control. He didn't try to control the outcomes of his decisions or the actions of others. Instead, he focused on how he would respond to whatever came his way. And tonight, as you lie here, you have a chance to practice this same philosophy. With every breath, you're letting go of the pressures of life, of the burdens that try to attach themselves to your thoughts. You realize, as the minutes pass, that you are in control of this moment, and in this moment, you choose peace. The external world can wait. Your mind and body are exactly where they need to be. You may notice now that your muscles feel heavy, fully relaxed, as you let go of tension from your neck, shoulders, and arms. The weight of the day seems to melt away with each breath, and you begin to notice how deeply you're sinking into the softness of your bed. Your body knows what to do when it's given the chance to relax. It's like a well-tuned instrument that plays its perfect melody when the tension is released. And just like that, your thoughts follow suit. Each breath is a note, each exhale a release, until the music of your body and mind plays a lullaby that draws you further into peaceful rest. Philosophers argue whether it's truly possible to reach a state of inner peace that remains unshaken by the external world. Some believe that human nature, with its tendency to react to everything, makes this peace an impossible goal. But the Stoics would argue that by practicing the dichotomy of control daily, by recognizing what is within your power and releasing what is not, you can cultivate a peace that persists. This doesn't mean you won't feel frustration or anger or sadness. It simply means that you won't be controlled by them. They will come, they will go, and you will remain grounded in your sense of calm, unaffected by the tides of emotion. And tonight, as you lie here, you begin to practice this idea, letting go of what is outside your control and embracing the calm that comes from focusing on your breath, your body, and the peaceful present moment. With each breath, you notice yourself drifting further into a restful state. The outside world becomes quieter, the sounds of your thoughts fade away, and you find yourself sinking deeper into the stillness of your mind. And in this stillness, you find a profound peace, a peace that has always been there, waiting for you to discover it. As you relax further, remember that this practice is one that you can carry with you even beyond tonight. Just as you have let go of the pressures of the day, so too can you let go of future worries, trusting that they will be handled in their own time. For now, you have only this moment, and in this moment, you are at peace as you continue to drift, fully relaxed and free from the weight of unnecessary thoughts. You realize that the Stoics had it right. Peace doesn't come from controlling everything around us, but from controlling our response to it. And tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you allow yourself to fully embrace this idea. There's nothing more to do, nowhere else to go. You're exactly where you need to be, and in this moment, all that matters is peace. Allow the rhythm of your breath to carry you into the soft embrace of sleep, knowing that tomorrow will come when it's meant to, and you will meet it with the same calm you've cultivated tonight. Now that you're completely settled, fully aware of your breath and the rhythm of your body, let's dive into the wisdom of one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, Epictetus. His teachings centered around one simple idea: we can control how we respond to life's challenges, but we cannot control the challenges themselves. Imagine Epictetus sitting quietly, perhaps by a peaceful river, watching the water flow. He wasn't someone who sought to change the world around him. He focused only on the world within him. And tonight, you are practicing the same principle. Every breath you take, every muscle that relaxes, is an invitation to let go of any need to control anything other than yourself. The external world might still be moving around you, but you don't need to engage with it. You've chosen to rest, to let go of the pressure to perform or to fix everything. The peace you've cultivated tonight is one of acceptance, the kind that Epictetus spoke of often, the understanding that what happens is not always in your control, but how you react to it absolutely is. Think of how often we spend our days stressing over things that are out of our hands: the weather, the traffic, the decisions of others. Stoicism, as Epictetus taught, helps us to filter out that unnecessary noise. You can imagine it like clearing a cluttered room. As you breathe deeply, the chaos of the world simply falls away. All that matters right now is the present moment, the here and now. That is all you have. Nothing else matters. It's like having an entire universe around you but choosing to sit in stillness, knowing that peace is found in the quiet spaces between the noise. And as you lie there, completely relaxed, you realize that all the moments you've spent worrying were moments lost to unnecessary concern. The very act of focusing on what is within your control, your breath, your thoughts, your body, brings you back to the present, to a place of profound calm. The beauty of Epictetus' teachings lies in their simplicity. Peace comes from accepting life as it is, not as we wish it to be. As you relax further, think of how liberating it is to let go of expectations. The Stoics didn't teach resignation, but rather they encouraged us to meet life with clear eyes, without distortion from our desires or fears. You have the power, in this very moment, to shift your perspective, and once you do, everything becomes clearer. The weight of the world lifts from your shoulders as you choose to accept whatever comes your way. It's not about being passive. It's about being at peace with the flow of life. Think of a leaf floating on a stream. The leaf doesn't fight the current. It simply moves with it, trusting that it will end up where it needs to be. That's the essence of Epictetus' teachings: to move with life, rather than against it. As you think about his wisdom, you might also notice how much of our daily stress is created by our attachment to outcomes. We want things to go a certain way, and when they don't, we feel unsettled. But tonight, as you focus on your breath, notice how free you feel when you let go of the need for everything to be perfect. The Stoics teach us that happiness doesn't come from controlling the outside world, but from controlling how we perceive it. When we stop resisting reality, we are free. And in this moment, you are practicing that freedom. There's no need for you to force sleep or to try to speed up the process. You're simply here, relaxed, breathing deeply, and allowing everything to unfold naturally. There's no rush, no urgency. You are exactly where you need to be. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on what you're experiencing. You're not forcing your thoughts or your body to behave in any specific way. You're not fighting against anything. Instead, you've chosen to surrender to the process of rest. The mind and body are intimately connected, and just as your body relaxes, your mind begins to follow suit. There's no need to fight against the natural rhythm of the evening. The day has passed, and your only task now is to surrender to the peace that surrounds you. The The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from accepting life's natural flow. They didn't see life's challenges as obstacles, but as opportunities to practice virtue, patience, and inner peace. In this moment, you're not fighting anything. You're simply being exactly as you are. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine how powerful it would be to carry this Stoic wisdom with you every day. Imagine living each day fully present, not worrying about the things you can't control, but focusing only on the things you can. This philosophy, as simple as it is, can radically change your relationship with stress, with expectations, and with the world around you. It invites you to find peace, no matter the storm. And tonight, as you lie in bed, you have the opportunity to practice this wisdom. With every slow, steady breath, you're affirming your commitment to peace, to letting go, and to accepting the natural flow of life. The beauty of Stoicism is that it doesn't require you to change the world, only your perspective. The more you practice this way of thinking, the more it becomes ingrained in your daily life. And the more you practice it, the more you'll find yourself at peace, no matter what challenges arise. There's a deep sense of freedom that comes with accepting what is. You begin to understand that the true source of your peace isn't found in controlling circumstances, but in controlling your response to them. And tonight, as you settle deeper into sleep, you're letting go of all the need to control, to perform, or to be anything other than who you are in this moment, calm, relaxed, and at peace. Epictetus would remind you that the only real power you have is your ability to choose your response. So, tonight, you've chosen peace. You've chosen to release the tension, to let go of the world's demands, and to focus only on the present moment. That's all there is, and it's enough. As you continue to relax, you realize that the act of letting go, of releasing control, is itself an act of strength. You've chosen to trust your body, to trust the process, and to trust that sleep will come when it's meant to. There's nothing more you need to do. The path to peace is simple. Just let go. Allow yourself to be fully present, fully relaxed, and fully at ease. And with that realization, you sink even deeper into the softness of your bed, knowing that you've embraced the Stoic art of letting go, and that peace will come naturally. Sleep is waiting for you, and it's all around you, a peaceful, soothing embrace, wrapping you up in warmth and stillness. As you continue to relax, deepening into the comfort of your bed, let's dive into another profound Stoic concept, stillness. There's a certain serenity that comes with stillness, a calmness that envelops the mind when it ceases its ceaseless activity. Imagine yourself sitting by a calm, peaceful lake, with the surface of the water perfectly still, reflecting the stars above. This image captures the essence of what Stoics like Marcus Aurelius sought to cultivate in their own lives. In his writings, Aurelius often reflected on the need for stillness in order to find clarity. Stillness isn't just about being physically still, but about creating a mental space where the noise of the world is silenced. As you lie in bed, you begin to notice the shift within you. You're no longer caught up in the whirlpool of thoughts or the rush of the day. Instead, your mind is still, like that calm lake, reflecting only the peaceful thoughts of the present. This is the kind of peace that Stoic philosophy encourages, the kind that doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on your ability to find stillness within. You don't need to change the world around you to experience peace. All you need to do is turn inward, quiet the mind, and let the calm emerge naturally. Philosophers still debate whether it's possible to completely quiet the mind. Some say that true stillness can be achieved through meditation and mindfulness practices, while others argue that the mind is always in motion, even if only at a subtle level. But what the Stoics understood is that, even amidst life's chaos, we have the power to create an inner stillness. Just as a ship can weather the storm without being tossed around, so too can the mind weather the chaos of the world without losing its center. This is what Stoic stillness is all about. It's the practice of maintaining calm and clarity, even when the external world is anything but calm. And tonight, as you lie here, you have the opportunity to practice this stillness. You don't need to strive for it, or force it, or make it happen. All you need to do is give yourself permission to let go of the busyness of the mind and simply be present. Your body knows how to relax, and with every breath, your mind follows suit. You begin to notice the absence of thought, like a vast open space that's free from clutter. Your body becomes weightless, as if you're floating in this space of stillness. There's no pressure, no urgency, no need to do anything. You're simply here, breathing in the quiet, letting the calm settle deeper with each moment. The beauty of this stillness is that it doesn't require any special effort. It's not about trying to clear your mind or forcing yourself to relax. It's about allowing yourself to be, to exist in this moment without resistance. And as you breathe, you realize how much peace there is in just being present, in simply existing without the need to chase after anything. You may notice your thoughts drifting away, one by one, like leaves carried by a gentle breeze. Each thought passes, and you let it go. There's no need to hold on to them. They're not important right now. What matters is the quiet, the stillness, and the peace that fills your mind and body. Stillness, for the Stoics, wasn't just an ideal, it was a way of living. They believed that in order to make clear, rational decisions, we first had to create a space of stillness in our minds. Without this stillness, we're often swept away by the emotions of the moment, reacting instead of responding. But with stillness, we gain the clarity we need to make wise choices. This is true not just in moments of crisis, but in the everyday decisions that shape our lives. When we are still, we can see more clearly, and our responses are guided by wisdom rather than impulsive emotion. And tonight, as you continue to relax, you're practicing this stillness. You're choosing to quiet the noise of the day, to let go of the busyness, and to simply exist in this peaceful moment. Think about the last time you felt completely still, completely at peace with the world around you. Maybe it was a quiet moment in nature, or a time when you were lost in the calm of your own thoughts. The Stoics taught that these moments of stillness were not fleeting or rare. They were something we could cultivate every day. Every time you choose to quiet your mind, to let go of the distractions and the worries, you're building the foundation for a peaceful, purposeful life. And tonight, as you rest in the stillness of your bed, you are doing just that. You're creating a space where peace can grow, where your thoughts are free to drift away, and where only calm remains. As you continue to breathe deeply, imagine that each breath brings you closer to this ideal of stillness. Each inhale fills you with a quiet energy, and each exhale releases the tension that lingers in your body. Your mind, once busy and cluttered, now feels clear and serene. The stillness is like a soft, gentle embrace that wraps around you, holding you in a place of safety and peace. You don't need to do anything to earn this peace. It's already here, within you, waiting to be recognized. All you need to do is allow yourself to accept it. The Stoics also understood that stillness wasn't about avoiding the challenges of life. It was about facing those challenges with a clear, calm mind. It wasn't about running away from emotions or difficulties. It was about meeting them with wisdom and grace. When you cultivate stillness, you create the space to respond thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. This is the strength of Stoic philosophy. It teaches you to engage with life not from a place of chaos, but from a place of peace. And tonight, as you continue to breathe and relax, you are practicing this very thing. You're learning to respond to the world from a place of calm, letting go of the need to control everything, and allowing life to unfold naturally. As you begin to drift deeper into this stillness, you realize how liberating it is to simply be. There's no need to strive, no need to rush. You're not trying to fix anything or change anything. You're simply present, fully immersed in the calm of the moment. This is the gift of stillness, the freedom to just be, to exist without expectation, and to embrace the peace that comes with accepting the present for what it is. So, as you relax into the quiet, feel the stillness wash over you. Let go of all the tension, all the worries, and all the distractions. You don't need to do anything. You're exactly where you need to be, and this stillness, this peace, is yours. With every breath, you sink deeper into rest, trusting that the natural rhythm of your body and mind will guide you into a peaceful, restorative sleep. As your body sinks deeper into the warmth and comfort of your bed, and your breath continues to slow, let's focus for a moment on the teachings of Seneca, another Stoic philosopher whose thoughts on time and patience might just hold the key to your current relaxation. Seneca's writings remind us that time is the one resource we can never get back, and yet, so often, we squander it, distracted by the rush of life, the constant pressure to do more, be more, achieve more. The pace of life has only accelerated, and we find ourselves caught up in the current, struggling to keep up. But tonight, as you lie here, your only task is to breathe deeply and let go. You are no longer caught in the whirlwind of demands. You are free to rest, to pause, to simply be. This is the beauty of Seneca's philosophy. He teaches us to understand the value of time and the importance of being present in the moment. The world outside can wait. It's a gentle reminder that you have the power to slow down, to let go of the rush, and to allow yourself to just be. The time you've set aside for rest, for relaxation, is precious, and in this moment, it is yours. And so, as you inhale and exhale, you embrace the freedom that comes from choosing to use this moment to rest, to restore, and to nourish yourself, knowing that tomorrow will come when it's meant to, and you will meet it with the same calm and composure you've cultivated tonight. Seneca believed that we often waste our time, running after things that don't truly matter. We find ourselves in constant motion, filling every moment with busyness, but achieving very little of lasting value. But tonight, as you breathe in and out, you are practicing the opposite. You are valuing your time by choosing to rest. This may seem simple, but it's a profound act of wisdom. In a world that tells you to always be doing, to always be achieving, there's something incredibly powerful about choosing rest. It's not lazy or unproductive. It's an act of self-care, an acknowledgement that in order to function at your best, you must first give your mind and body the rest they need. Tonight, as you rest here, you are practicing one of Seneca's most valuable lessons. Time is the one thing we can't replace, so let's use it wisely. By choosing to rest, by letting go of the need to constantly move, you are honoring your time and your body's natural rhythms. Your body is designed to rest, to recharge, and to restore itself, and tonight, you give it the gift of that time. Philosophers still debate how best to manage time. Some argue that we should fill every moment with activity, while others, like Seneca, believe that time should be spent more thoughtfully, with a focus on quality rather than quantity. But what the Stoics understood, and what Seneca taught, is that time is a finite resource, and it should be spent in a way that brings true fulfillment. This is where the wisdom of the Stoics shines through. They didn't believe in mindless productivity or endless striving. They believed that true peace and contentment came from living in accordance with nature. And that includes giving yourself permission to rest when needed. So tonight, as you focus on your breath and let the relaxation deepen, remember that you're honoring your time in the best way possible. You're choosing to rest, to be present in the moment, and to trust that by doing so, you are caring for yourself and your future self. When you wake up, you'll be refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to meet the day with the same calm energy you've embraced tonight. As you continue to relax, the weight of the day begins to slip away. Your muscles, once tense and tight, are now fully at ease. The thoughts that once raced through your mind have quieted, replaced by the soft rhythm of your breathing. This is the beauty of Seneca's idea of patience, that we don't need to rush, we don't need to fight against the flow of time. Instead, we can allow ourselves to move with it, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. There's a gentle wisdom in this, a reminder that you don't have to chase after rest or sleep. You don't have to force it. It will come naturally when you give yourself permission to let go of the stress and pressure that often come with trying to control every aspect of life. The Stoics taught us that we must learn to accept the present moment, no matter what it brings, and tonight, as you lie here, you are embracing that wisdom. You are allowing the present moment to unfold without resistance, without rushing, and without the need for everything to be perfect. This is how you create space for peace. Seneca also wrote about the importance of reflection, the practice of looking back on our lives with clarity and understanding. In tonight's moment of rest, you have the opportunity to reflect on how far you've come and how much you've achieved simply by allowing yourself to slow down. You might not be doing anything outwardly productive right now, but inwardly, your body and mind are recharging, preparing for the challenges of tomorrow. And in that way, this time is incredibly valuable. It's a reminder that productivity doesn't always look like action. Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is rest and recharge, so that when the time comes, you can approach life's demands with focus, clarity, and calm. So, as you lie here, breathing deeply, let yourself fully embrace Seneca's wisdom. Let go of the pressure to do, to be, to achieve. Allow yourself to simply be in the moment, knowing that this time of rest is a gift you're giving yourself. You are not wasting time. You are honoring it by choosing to rest, by choosing to be present in this moment. And as you continue to sink deeper into relaxation, you realize that this is how you honor your time. By giving yourself the rest and the space you need to be your best self when the time comes. There's no need to rush, no need to fill every moment with activity. Right now, you're exactly where you need to be, and that is enough. This is your time, and you are using it wisely. With each breath, you let go of the worries and the pressures that have weighed you down. You realize that, in this moment, you are in control of your time, and you have chosen to spend it resting, rejuvenating, and recharging. And that, in itself, is an act of wisdom. You don't need to chase after the next task or the next achievement. You simply need to be here, present and at peace, knowing that this time is valuable and that your body and mind are receiving exactly what they need to restore themselves. As you continue to lie there, deeply relaxed, let's explore another vital Stoic idea: the serenity that comes with letting go. It's easy to cling to things, to hold on tightly to the things we fear losing, whether it's our possessions, our relationships, or our sense of control over our lives. But the Stoics, including the wise Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, believed that true peace comes when we release our attachment to these things. Imagine, for a moment, that you're holding on to a rope tightly, and every second you hold on, your hand grows more tired, your grip weaker. The longer you hold on, the more it takes from you. But the moment you release the rope, your hand is free, and the weight you've been carrying is gone. This is the core of Stoic wisdom. Letting go isn't a sign of weakness, but of strength. It's the strength to trust that, while you can influence the world around you, you cannot control it all. And so, as you lie here, breathing deeply, think about what you've been holding on to, whether it's worries about the future, regrets from the past, or any attachments that are no longer serving you. Tonight, you're learning that peace comes when you let go of these things. Just like the rope, they no longer need to take from you. You're free to release them, and with every breath, you feel yourself letting go, piece by piece, until you are light and unburdened. Philosophers still debate whether true detachment is possible, or whether it's something that can only be partially achieved. Some argue that we are inherently attached to things, to people, to ideas, and that letting go completely is beyond human nature. However, the Stoics would argue that the more you practice detachment, the more you will find peace. Detachment doesn't mean indifference or apathy. It doesn't mean that you don't care about anything. Rather, it means that you stop depending on external things for your happiness. True happiness, the Stoics believed, comes from within, from aligning with nature and understanding that nothing lasts forever. When you let go of attachments, whether they're to outcomes, people, or material things, you make room for the peace that comes from accepting what is, without needing to control it. And tonight, as you focus on your breathing, you realize that every exhale is a moment where you're letting go of the unnecessary weight. Your thoughts, your anxieties, your expectations, they all slowly drift away, leaving you with a deep sense of calm and serenity. You might find yourself reflecting on what it feels like to truly let go of something. It could be a past mistake, an old regret, or a lingering worry about what might come next. The Stoics would remind you that holding on to these things only drains your energy. They are like stones in a backpack that you carry with you, but they don't help you move forward. As you relax further, imagine placing each of these stones down, one by one, and feel the relief that comes with each release. You don't need to carry them anymore. The beauty of this practice is that it's not about forcing yourself to let go, but about recognizing that peace comes when you stop holding on so tightly. It's like a leaf on the wind, moving effortlessly, free from attachment, just following the natural flow of things. And tonight, as you lie here, you are following that flow. You are learning to trust that letting go will only bring you peace, not loss. Now, as you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, allow yourself to fully embrace this idea of release. Imagine each breath as a wave, washing away any remaining tension, any remaining attachments. Let them float away like driftwood on the surface of the ocean, not clinging, not struggling, but moving gently with the current. With every breath, you let go of the need to control every detail of your life, the need to perfect every outcome, and the need to define everything by external standards. You are enough, just as you are, in this very moment. And this is the core of Stoic wisdom, the acceptance that you are not defined by what you own, what you do, or what others think of you. You are simply a person existing in this moment, and that is more than enough. The Stoics were not naive about life's challenges. They didn't preach that life would be free from hardship or suffering. In fact, they acknowledged that life is full of unpredictable events, loss, hardship, failure, and uncertainty. But they taught that how we respond to these events, how we let go of our need to control them, defines our inner peace. You may have experienced loss or difficulty in your life, but the Stoics would encourage you to reflect on how you've responded. Have you clung to the pain, the loss, or the past? Or have you chosen to let go and move forward with a peaceful heart? Tonight, as you focus on your breath, think about the things you are holding on to. What can you release in order to allow peace to take root within you? With each breath, you gently let go, allowing the stillness and serenity to take over. You begin to realize that it's not the events of life that disturb your peace, but how you respond to them. And by choosing to let go of attachment, by choosing to breathe through the discomfort and uncertainty, you create a sense of peace that is not dependent on anything outside of you. As you settle deeper into your bed, and the quiet of the night surrounds you, notice how much lighter you feel. With each release, you're shedding the layers of worry, stress, and attachment that have weighed you down. You don't need to carry them anymore. In this moment, you are free to be exactly who you are, a person, not defined by the things you own or the achievements you've made, but by the simple act of breathing, resting, and letting go. This is your time, your space, and you've chosen to fill it with peace. You've chosen to let go, and in doing so, you've created room for deep relaxation and restful sleep. Now, as you exhale one final time, let go of the last of the weight you've been carrying. Feel your body grow even heavier as you sink into the comfort of your bed, the tension completely gone. You are at peace, fully relaxed, and ready to embrace the serenity of sleep. This is the beauty of Stoic detachment, not that you stop caring, but that you stop depending on things beyond your control for your peace of mind. And tonight, as you lie here, letting go, you've created the perfect space for rest, healing, and renewal. Let sleep come naturally as you surrender to the calm and quiet of the night. Now that you are fully relaxed, your mind floating gently like a leaf in a quiet stream, let's take a step into the rich history of ancient practices that were designed to promote restful sleep. The Greeks, in their search for wisdom and balance, had unique perspectives on how sleep and dreams connected with the essence of being. Imagine being in ancient Athens, where philosophers, physicians, and mystics all gathered to share their insights. Among them was Asclepius, the god of healing, who was worshipped in temples dedicated to rest and rejuvenation. The ancient Greeks believed that sleep was not just a biological necessity, but a spiritual experience, a bridge between the conscious mind and the unconscious. They practiced something known as incubation, a method where individuals would sleep in sacred temples, hoping to receive divine guidance or healing in their dreams. This concept of sleep as a doorway to deeper understanding resonates with modern ideas of sleep and dreaming as restorative and insightful experiences. So, as you lie here, in your own peaceful space, imagine yourself in one of those temples, surrounded by calm, with the peaceful rhythm of your breath being the only sound. The serenity that the ancient Greeks sought can be found within you as well by embracing sleep as a sacred practice, one that allows for deep healing, self-discovery, and renewal. Philosophers still argue whether sleep is purely a biological process, or whether it holds a deeper spiritual significance. Some claim that the brain simply needs rest to repair itself, while others, like Carl Jung, would say that sleep and dreams are avenues for the unconscious mind to express itself. Sleep, for the Stoics, was never seen as a waste of time or a luxury, but rather as an essential part of life's natural rhythms. By allowing your body and mind the rest they need, you are embracing the natural cycles of life and connecting to something greater than yourself. The Stoics themselves were not deeply concerned with sleep as a mystical experience, but they did understand that taking care of oneself physically was part of being in tune with nature. In your present moment, as you relax deeper and deeper, let this idea settle into your consciousness that sleep is not merely a physical escape, but a part of your human experience that supports your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Tonight, sleep isn't just the end of your day. It's a way of honoring your body, your mind, and the rhythm of life itself as you continue to drift. Imagine the ancient Greek temples where people came seeking healing in their sleep. The gentle atmosphere, the quiet whispers of prayers, the calming aroma of herbs and oils. Picture yourself there now. The stillness is overwhelming, and yet it feels like the most natural thing in the world. This is what the Stoics meant when they spoke about harmony with nature. Sleep, they believed, is a natural process that cannot be forced or rushed. Like the seasons changing, it happens when the time is right. You've already done everything you can today, and now, in this quiet space, you are allowing the natural flow of the night to carry you toward rest. There's nothing you need to do. You've given yourself permission to simply be. As the ancient Greeks did, you too are honoring your need for sleep, embracing the beauty of rest as a form of renewal and healing. And just as they believed that dreams could hold wisdom, you might find, with each passing night of restful sleep, that your dreams, whether vivid or subtle, become a space for insight, creativity, and peace now, as you take another slow, deep breath. Picture yourself lying back in that ancient temple, surrounded by the quiet and stillness that invite deep, restorative rest. You're not trying to control your mind or force yourself to fall asleep. Instead, you're simply allowing the process to unfold naturally, without resistance. The Stoics taught that our struggles come when we fight against the natural flow of life. So, tonight, instead of trying to control your sleep, you let it happen when it's ready. And in doing so, you create space for peaceful, restful sleep that will rejuvenate you and prepare you for the day ahead. The wisdom of the ancient Greeks and the Stoics isn't just about learning to sleep, it's about learning to live in harmony with the world around you, with your body and with your mind. The more you align with the natural rhythms of life, the easier it becomes to experience peace and rest. It's like the cycle of the seasons, where everything has its time. The day gives way to night, activity gives way to rest, and effort gives way to ease. Just as the earth doesn't rush the coming of spring, you don't need to rush your sleep. You trust that it will come when the time is right. Tonight, as you relax, let the wisdom of these ancient practices remind you that sleep is sacred. It's not just about rest, it's about connection, renewal, and healing. The quiet that surrounds you now is like the stillness in the ancient temples, a sacred space where your body and mind can recharge. The Stoics taught that every aspect of life, even sleep, should be approached with mindfulness and presence. And tonight, you've chosen to embrace that practice, letting go of the distractions and stresses of the day, allowing yourself to be fully present in the moment of rest. Think about how the ancient Greeks saw sleep as a way to connect with something greater than themselves. They believed that sleep, like meditation or prayer, had the power to heal not just the body but the soul. Imagine, as you continue to relax, that you're tapping into that same source of healing energy. You're giving your body and mind the rest they need to heal, to grow, and to prepare for the challenges of tomorrow. And in this moment, as your breath continues to slow and your body becomes heavier with relaxation, know that you are honoring this ancient tradition by allowing yourself the rest you deserve. You're embracing sleep as a powerful tool for rejuvenation, self-discovery, and peace. So as you continue to drift deeper into sleep, remember that you are not just resting your body, but also nurturing your mind and spirit. The practice of sleep is not just a necessary part of life, it's a sacred opportunity to reset, to heal, and to connect with the deeper parts of yourself. With every breath, you move closer to the restorative power of sleep. And as you embrace this natural rhythm, you allow your body and mind to relax and restore themselves completely. And in the quiet of the night, know that you are giving yourself the gift of peace, a gift that will carry you through tomorrow, recharged and ready to face the world. As you sink deeper into relaxation, feeling the weight of your body becoming lighter with each passing moment, let's shift our focus to another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, perspective. The Stoics understood that our view of the world shapes our experience of it. The way we see things determines how we respond to them, and by shifting our perspective, we can transform even the most challenging situations into opportunities for growth. Imagine, for a moment, standing at the edge of a vast canyon, looking out over the landscape. From where you stand, the canyon looks massive, an endless expanse of rock and sky. But if you were to step back and shift your perspective, you might realize that the canyon is just one part of a much larger world. What seemed overwhelming from one angle now appears as just a small piece of the bigger picture. This is the essence of what the Stoics taught, that by changing our perspective, we change our experience. When we step back and see things from a broader view, we realize that what once seemed overwhelming may not be as important as we initially thought. And tonight, as you lie here, completely relaxed, think about how your perspective shapes your life. What are the things that feel overwhelming, the challenges that seem too big to overcome? Now, picture yourself stepping back, just like that person at the edge of the canyon. When you change your perspective, you begin to see that these challenges are just small parts of a much larger journey. They don't define you. You don't have to get caught up in them. Instead, you can choose to see them as opportunities for growth, learning, and resilience. Philosophers still argue whether changing our perspective is something we can control or if it happens naturally over time. Some believe that perspective is influenced by external factors, like circumstances or experiences, while others argue that it's something we have the power to shape, no matter what's happening around us. The Stoics, of course, would say that our perspective is entirely within our control. They believed that no matter what happens in the world, we have the power to choose how we react to it. This doesn't mean that we ignore or dismiss our emotions or challenges. Rather, it means that we decide how much power we give them over our peace of mind. When we see life from a Stoic perspective, we understand that everything good and bad is part of the natural order, and that how we respond to it determines our happiness and inner peace. Tonight, as you lie here, you have the opportunity to practice this very idea. Think about a situation in your life that may feel challenging or overwhelming. Now, Imagine seeing it from a different angle, as though you were standing back and looking at it from a higher perspective. You might realize that, in the grand scheme of things, this challenge is just a small part of your journey. It doesn't have to define your happiness or your peace. When you shift your perspective, you free yourself from the weight of the situation and allow yourself to see it for what it truly is. A moment in time that will pass, just like everything else. As you focus on your breath, breathing deeply and steadily, think about the power you have to change your perspective. You may have heard the saying, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is exactly what the Stoics believed. The events of your life are outside your control, but your response to them is entirely up to you. By changing how you view challenges, obstacles, and even setbacks, you take away their power over your emotions and your peace. You begin to realize that life doesn't have to be a series of events that happen to you. Instead, it becomes a journey that you are actively shaping. And tonight, as you rest and relax, you are already practicing this. You are letting go of any need to control what happens around you. And instead, you are embracing the peace that comes from accepting what is and responding with a calm, clear mind. The more you practice shifting your perspective, the more natural it becomes to see the world through the lens of peace and acceptance. Let's take a moment now to think about the simple practice of reframing. Is a technique where we change the way we think about a situation in order to make it less stressful or overwhelming. For example, if you're feeling anxious about a difficult task ahead, you might reframe it by reminding yourself that this challenge is an opportunity for growth and learning. Instead of seeing it as something to dread, you begin to see it as something that will make you stronger. The Stoics practiced reframing all the time. They viewed challenges as opportunities to practice virtue, patience, resilience, and wisdom. They understood that we cannot control the events of our lives, but we can always control how we respond to them. And tonight, as you rest in this peaceful moment, think about how you can apply this practice of reframing in your own life. What are the things that make you anxious or stressed? How can you shift your perspective to see them as opportunities rather than obstacles? The more you practice this, the more you'll find that peace and calm are within your reach. No matter what life throws your way, as you continue to breathe deeply and sink further into relaxation, imagine how much lighter you'll feel when you stop holding on to negative perspectives and limiting beliefs. The more you embrace a Stoic mindset, the more you'll realize that your peace is not dependent on the circumstances around you. Your peace comes from within, from your ability to see things clearly, to respond with wisdom, and to accept life as it is. When you shift your perspective, you allow yourself to experience life as it truly is, not as a series of challenges or problems, but as a journey that is constantly unfolding. And in this moment of stillness, as you lie here with your breath steady and your body at ease, you are already practicing the Stoic art of perspective. You are choosing to see the present moment as it is, peaceful, calm, and full of possibility. The world may be unpredictable, but your response to it is yours to choose. And tonight, as you settle deeper into sleep, you can rest in the knowledge that you have the power to shape your perspective, to find peace in every moment, and to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. As you continue to relax deeper into your bed, with each breath feeling slower and more natural, let's take a moment to think about how the Stoics viewed nature and its role in our lives. The Stoics believed that living in harmony with nature was key to achieving true peace of mind. They didn't just mean the physical world, the trees, the rivers, the sky, although they certainly appreciated the calming power of nature. What they truly meant was the natural order of things, the flow of life, and the understanding that everything in life is interconnected. They viewed nature as a guide for how to live. Just like the seasons change, the day turns into night, and the tides of the ocean ebb and flow. Everything in life has its natural rhythm. And part of living in harmony with nature, according to the Stoics, is accepting that we too are part of this rhythm. We are not separate from nature, we are a part of it. And by understanding that, we can align ourselves with the flow of life. Tonight, as you lie here, fully relaxed, take a moment to think about how you, too, are part of this rhythm. The breath you take, the heartbeat that echoes within you, the quiet moments of stillness you now experience. All of it is connected to the natural order of the world around you. You are not just a person lying in bed, trying to fall asleep. You are part of a larger, beautiful process. A process that includes the calmness of your breath, the stillness of the night, and the peaceful rhythm of life itself. The Stoics believed that when we accept our place in this natural flow, we stop resisting life's inevitable changes, and we find peace in accepting that change is part of the journey. Life is not meant to be a constant battle. It is meant to be lived in harmony, allowing yourself to rest when needed, to act when necessary, and to surrender when the time comes. Tonight, you are surrendering to the natural flow of rest, the rhythm of your breath, the calm of your mind. All of it is part of the natural process that the Stoics embraced. And by allowing yourself to let go, to stop fighting against the natural rhythms of life, you are aligning yourself with that very harmony. Philosophers still argue whether it is possible to live in complete harmony with nature. Some believe that we, as humans, are inherently disconnected from nature because we have built our lives around technology, progress, and civilization. Others believe that by reconnecting with nature, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. The Stoics, of course, would argue that true peace comes when we recognize that we are part of nature and not separate from it. They didn't see nature as something to be controlled or conquered. They saw it as something to be respected and understood. The Stoics believed that the universe operates on a natural order, and that by accepting and living in accordance with that order, we can find peace. They didn't fight against life's challenges. They accepted them as part of the larger natural process. And tonight, as you lie here, breathing slowly and deeply, you are already practicing this acceptance. You are surrendering to the natural rhythm of rest, trusting that your body and mind know what to do. Just as the seasons change without resistance, so too do you allow your body to rest and recharge for the challenges of tomorrow. The more you align yourself with the natural flow of life, the more peaceful and at ease you will become as you continue to relax. Imagine yourself surrounded by nature, the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind, the soft sound of a river flowing nearby, the quiet hum of the earth as it settles into night. You are part of all of this. The Stoics believed that nature provides everything we need to live in peace, and that by observing its rhythms, we can learn to live harmoniously ourselves. They saw the natural world as a mirror for the mind. Just as the tides ebb and flow, so too do our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. The more we allow ourselves to be in tune with the natural rhythms of life, the more we can find peace within ourselves. And tonight, as you settle deeper into relaxation, think about how you can align yourself with these rhythms. Your breath flows in and out, your body relaxes, and the stillness of the night becomes a reflection of the stillness within you. You are no longer struggling to control the outside world. You are simply being, existing in the natural flow of life. And in this moment, you find peace. The Stoics would say that peace comes not from controlling external events, but from accepting the natural order of things. They believed that everything in life, including our own thoughts and actions, is part of a larger cosmic order, and by accepting our place in that order, we find peace. This doesn't mean that we passively accept everything that happens to us. Instead, it means that we accept that life is constantly changing and unfolding, and that our peace comes when we stop resisting those changes. Tonight, as you lie here, fully relaxed, think about the changes that have happened in your life, the challenges, the successes, the moments of growth. The Stoics would remind you that all of these experiences are part of the natural flow of life. They don't define you, they shape you, but they are not the sum of who you are. You are part of something much larger, something beautiful and interconnected. As you breathe deeply and continue to relax, allow yourself to accept this truth. You are part of the natural order, and by embracing that, you can find peace. Just as the earth doesn't resist the changing of the seasons, you, too, can embrace the natural flow of life now. As you relax even more deeply, picture yourself as a part of the world around you. Imagine the trees swaying gently in the breeze, the stars above you shining softly in the night sky, and the earth beneath you supporting you. You are part of all of this, and just as nature knows when to rest, so too do you. The natural rhythms of the world are reflected in the rhythms of your breath and heartbeat. And tonight, as you surrender to sleep, you are aligning yourself with those rhythms. You don't have to force it. You don't have to do anything. Just like the earth rests at night, so do you. You allow yourself to be, to rest, to recharge, and to reconnect with the natural flow of life. This is the beauty of Stoic philosophy, understanding that we are part of something much larger than ourselves, and that by living in harmony with that, we can find peace as you breathe deeply, feeling the comfort of your bed and the peace of the night around you. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. You are part of this beautiful, natural flow of life. And tonight, as you rest, you are allowing yourself to be in tune with that flow, finding peace, stillness, and serenity in the rhythm of your breath and the quiet of the night. As your body sinks further into the comfort of your bed, feeling every muscle loosen, every breath more fluid, let's consider another Stoic practice, the power of gratitude. The Stoics, often misunderstood as being indifferent or emotionally detached, actually had a deep appreciation for life, even in its most difficult moments. They believed that gratitude was not simply about expressing thanks for what we have, but about adopting an attitude of appreciation toward everything that life brings, both the good and the bad. Imagine, for a moment, standing outside on a cool evening, watching the sunset. The sky is painted with shades of orange and purple, and the air feels crisp and refreshing. This simple moment, fleeting yet beautiful, is one that the Stoics would have cherished. They would have seen it as an opportunity to be grateful for the world as it is, not for what they wanted it to be. And tonight, as you lie here, imagine bringing that same sense of gratitude into your own life. Think about the things in your life, both large and small, that you can be thankful for. Maybe it's the warmth of your bed, the rhythm of your breath, the quiet of the night, or even the challenges that have helped you grow. Gratitude, for the Stoics, was a way to shift your perspective, to move away from focusing on what's missing or what's wrong, and instead embrace what is already present. It's about finding contentment in the present moment, even when life isn't perfect. As you relax, allow yourself to feel that gratitude for what is. knowing that every breath you take, every moment you spend resting, is a gift in itself. Philosophers still debate whether gratitude can truly be cultivated, or if it is something that comes naturally to certain people. Some believe that gratitude is an emotional state that can be developed over time, while others argue that it's something we're born with, a natural inclination toward appreciating the good in our lives. However, the Stoics would suggest that gratitude is a choice we make. It's not about waiting for something good to happen, but about intentionally choosing to find the good, no matter the circumstances. This mindset isn't about ignoring life's difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging that even in tough times, there is always something to appreciate. It's about seeing life through a lens of acceptance and finding peace in the moment. So, tonight, as you breathe deeply and relax, think about the ways you can cultivate gratitude in your own life. What can you be thankful for right now? It could be as simple as the fact that you're lying here, in a warm, safe space, allowing your body and mind to rest. You don't need anything else right now. Everything you need is already here in this moment, in your breath, in the peace that surrounds you. And that, in itself, is a reason to be grateful. The Stoics also understood that gratitude wasn't just about looking inward, but about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. They believed that we are all part of the larger web of life, a complex, ever-changing system where everything plays a role. When we practice gratitude, we acknowledge that we are part of something bigger than ourselves, that everything we experience is connected to a greater whole. This understanding, this sense of being part of the larger flow of life, can bring a profound sense of peace and contentment. As you lie here, think about how your life, your experiences, and your relationships are all part of this interconnected system. Every person, every moment, every breath is part of the vast web of existence. You, too, are a part of this intricate tapestry, and that in itself is something to be grateful for. In this moment, you can take comfort in the knowledge that everything you've been through, the challenges, the triumphs, the moments of peace and rest, is all part of the larger journey of life. And tonight, as you settle deeper into relaxation, you are connected to all of it, the rhythm of the earth, the flow of time, the ebb and flow of your thoughts and emotions. Everything is part of this beautiful, unfolding journey, and you, right now, are exactly where you need to be as you focus on your breath, allowing it to slow and deepen. Imagine how your gratitude grows with every breath you take. With each inhale, you draw in the beauty of the present moment. With each exhale, you release the tension and stress, making space for the peaceful appreciation of everything that is. In this moment, you are giving yourself permission to rest, to be at peace, and to appreciate the simplicity of being alive. This is the essence of Stoic gratitude, not waiting for external circumstances to change, but choosing to be thankful for what is already here in the present. The Stoics believed that by practicing gratitude, we can shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, from focusing on what we lack to appreciating what we have. And tonight, as you lie here, fully relaxed, you are practicing that very thing. You are embracing the abundance of the present moment, recognizing that even in stillness, there is beauty, peace, and grace. There is no need to chase after more. You already have everything you need to experience this moment fully, completely, and peacefully. Think about how much power there is in the simple act of saying thank you, not just to others, but to life itself. The Stoics were masters of this practice. They didn't wait for special occasions or grand gestures to express their gratitude. They did it daily, in the small moments of life. They saw the beauty in the simple things, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the love we share. And tonight, as you breathe in the stillness and peace of the moment, let yourself say thank you to life for everything it is. You don't need to add anything to this moment. It is enough just as it is. Your body, your mind, your breath, the calm of the night, all of it is a gift. And in this quiet moment, you can feel a deep sense of gratitude for the beauty that surrounds you as you continue to relax. Imagine your gratitude expanding like a ripple in a pond, spreading outward and filling your entire being with warmth and peace.